Hello, my name is Joel Jones. I live in California and I work for The Void, which is based in Salt Lake City. I've been asked to answer 4 questions for you guys. What is VR? How can VR apply to rec therapy? Who shouldn't use VR? And anything else rec management students should know. So rather than tell you about it, I will show you with a video of what is VR. So as you saw in the video, virtual reality is pretty dang awesome. And it's awesome because it allows us to take a person in a certain environment and put them in a completely different world, giving them traits and abilities that they would never have elsewhere. In the video you saw the guy, he kneeled down and basically broke down the walls and ceilings. With VR, you can do that. So how does VR then apply to rec therapy? Let me give you an example. Think of an acrophobia, a mental disorder, fear of heights. With VR, you can help someone like that do exposure therapy. You can have them start on a 2-story building. Then just touch a couple buttons. You can take them to a completely different environment on top of a skyscraper. And if you really wanted to, you could stick the person in a glass elevator above the Empire State Building. Literally, the possibilities are endless. You could take someone to the beach, the moon, the Super Bowl. You can make people in wheelchairs feel like they're scuba diving. The point is that regardless of what the illness is or the physical limitation, you can make them really experience something special in a situation where normally they could never do it. And that's really special to see. So who shouldn't use VR then? I'm pretty sure it's best that younger kids don't use it because they don't have the mental capacity for it. Now, what I mean by that is if you put a helmet on a kid who has no idea what VR is, they're going to feel like it's so real, they'll start crying. I know that because I have done focus testing with kids below the age of 10. Another thing that should be asked, though, it's not so much who shouldn't use VR, it's the type of experience they're using. So if you ask Thomas and the group that I had go to The Void, I didn't tell them too much because I was pretty sure they wouldn't go if I told them, but they did a horror a haunted house kind of experience, and you can ask them how realistic it felt. Now, The Void is a little more immersive and intensive than most other places, but obviously you don't want to send someone who's scared of clowns or monkeys or just doesn't like being scared in general to a haunt VR experience. But overall, anything you guys should know is basically I would use the Oculus or HTC Vive. Simple technology that you can use in a room environment. Something like The Void is a little too complex and big and expensive to be used at a hospital or something else. Other than that, keep doing research. It's an evolving technology. It constantly changes. But if you do the research online, you will see how much it helps those with limitations that need help recovering, get the confidence, and experience something that they could never do without technology. So just to summarize everything that I've talked about, what is VR? It's tech that allows you to take someone in one environment to a different one. VR can be used in rec therapy for any kind of physical limitation or disorder. Who shouldn't use VR? Younger people, but it's better to ask what kind of VR experience should the person use or not. And last words of advice, doing research on the Oculus HTC Vive, more realistic choices and options for rec therapy students to use in the future. Thank you for letting me do this. I just graduated myself from the Experience Design program. Love it. Love what I do. and I know that you guys can do a lot if you apply this to your schoolwork. So good luck with everything. You guys have awesome professors, and come visit us at the Void if we open up to the public in Utah again. If not, we'll be all over the place in the next few years. So thank you again. Have a good one. BYU students are awesome. Talk to you later.